All right, hello sixth graders. This video is going to be me just reading through the session 2 reading passage about phases of the moon. So just like the first session reading that I did, I mentioned this in that one too, but this should be very similar to what we would do in class when we were actually meeting in person, where I do expect that you guys are trying to answer the questions as you are reading the passage or as you're listening to me read it. So it's not supposed to be a really difficult assignment. The questions should be pretty straightforward. So here we go. So the big question here is, what are phases of the moon? On different nights, the moon appears differently in the sky. Some nights it looks like a bright, skinny sliver. On other nights, it looks like a half circle or a full circle. These changing shapes are known as the phases of the moon. Catching the sun. It takes the moon about 29 days to go through all of its phases. This period of time is known as the lunar month. It always begins with a new moon. The moon does not produce light. We only see the moon because it reflects sunlight back to us from its surface. Like Earth, half of the moon is lit by the sun while the other half is dark. The half of the moon facing the sun is always lit. However, the lit side does not always face the Earth. As the moon circles the Earth, the amount of the lit side we see changes. That results in the different phases of the moon that we see from Earth. A key takeaway from this, just like Earth, half of the moon is always lit and half is dark. The lit side obviously faces the sun, the dark side faces away from the sun. So when we see the illuminated part of the moon, we're just seeing that's really just the part of the lit side of the moon that we can see from our perspective on Earth. New month, new beginning. At the beginning of the lunar month, the moon is lined up between the Earth and the sun. We see the side of the moon that is not being lit by the sun. In other words, we see no moon at all. This is called the new moon. As the nights go by, the moon moves away from the sun in the sky. We see a bit more of the sunlit side of the moon each night. A few days after the new moon, we see a thin sliver of the moon in the sky. This curved sliver is called a crescent. With each passing night, the crescent moon appears to grow larger. This is called waxing. Eventually, half of the moon is lit up. This phase is called the first quarter moon. The moon continues to wax. When the moon is more than half full, it is referred to as gibbous. The gibbous moon appears to grow larger each night. Eventually, we see the full sunlit face of the moon called the full moon. The full moon marks the halfway point of the lunar month. Now the moon starts to wane or grow thinner each night. Soon it is once again only half lit up. This looks just like the first quarter moon, except the dark side and the light side are reversed or switched. This phase is called the third quarter. As the moon completes its journey, it becomes a waning crescent. Then the moon becomes a new moon, and the lunar month begins, and the next lunar month begins. Hold the moon in your hands. So before I start reading through this, there is a lab that is posted right underneath this that I want you to try out. I did post a lab sheet that is from the science book, but really this description that I'm going to read is like the exact same thing that I posted. So you don't need all the materials. Really all you need is a lamp and some type of ball, basketball, baseball, like really anything. So be creative with this. I did ask you as one of the assignments for this week to take a picture or a video of yourself trying this out, because it's going to give you a good perspective of why we see different phases of the moon. So take a picture or a video and then email it to me, and that's one of your assignments. So here we go. You can use a lamp and a baseball to recreate the phases of the moon in an ordinary room. Place the lamp with its shade removed in one end of a dark room. Sit at the other end of the room and hold the baseball up in front of you. Keep it between your face and the lamp. Now slowly move the ball around your head at arm's length. As the baseball circles your head, you will see it go through the same phases as the moon. So to kind of get a visual of that, you're going to be holding the ball in your hand. If the light source was like in the corner of my dining room over there, I would be holding it like this. I wouldn't see any illuminated part of the ball. That would be the new moon. And then I would be moving, and when you get to the point where like the light is in back view, you might have to hold the ball kind of up in the air above your head so that you can see what portion is illuminated. But you'd be holding the ball out in front of you and just kind of rotating your body, and that would give you a good idea for why we see different phases of the moon. Again, there's a lab sheet that's posted right underneath this. Take a picture or video of yourself doing it, email it to me. To finish this up though, moonlight lead the way. About 250 years ago, a group of people started a club called the Lunar Society. The members called themselves lunatics. They held their meetings on evenings when there was a full moon. This was so that they would be able to find their way home after dark. In the days before electricity, there were no streetlights. People could not simply switch on a light bulb to light their home. So they needed the light of the moon to make their way in the dark. All right, that's it for this video. Again, make sure that you're doing the skyward questions that go along with this. Till next time, I'll see you later.